Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Grand Lamb versus Karashi, and we have Cupsy Yummy, Solfachord Primora, Solfachord Gracia, Solfachord Solflagaya, Solfachord Elegance, and then they have Horn, Fua, Pan, Lucius, and Branded Fusion. Okay, so we have the Dracotail branded deck. Well, it's just Dracotail with a small package. Going ahead and playing against the Yummy Solfachord deck, which this deck is becoming more and more popular. It really wouldn't surprise me if we see this deck get a top 8 finish at the YCS this weekend. But okay, we are going to go ahead and read over these cards again, because these are the type of cards that I need to like dial in with them, to be honest, because there's a lot of text on these cards, and I haven't played against these cards very much like before. So I need to like reread them again. When you pendulum summon, you can target one Solfachord in your other pendulum zone, return it to hand. Monster effect: if you have, or while you have Solfachord cards in both your pendulum zones, one odd, one even, the activated effects of your Solfachord cards cannot be negated. You can only use each of the following effects of this card once per turn. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can add one Solfachord card from the deck to the hand except for a copy of itself. If you link summon a Solfachord monster, you can add a Solfachord card from the extra deck or graveyard to your hand. Okay, and then we have the Gracia. This card says your opponent cannot activate spell or trap card or monster effect when your Solfachord pendulum monster is pendulum summoned. While you have an even pendulum scale in your pendulum zone, if your Solfachord pendulum monster attacks, your opponent cannot activate monster effects until the end of the damage step. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can add a Solfachord spell or trap from the deck to the hand. And then we have the Solflagaya. When your opponent's monster effect is activated on the field, resolves. If you control a Grand Solfachord monster, you can negate the effect, then destroy this card. And then its monster effect is if you control no monsters or all monsters you control are Solfachord monsters, you can special summon this card from the hand. During the main phase, you can activate this effect. You can also tribute this card. Special summon a Solfachord monster from your deck except for a copy of itself. Or if you tributed this card when you activated this effect, you can special summon from your face-up extra deck or graveyard instead. Then we have Elegance. This card says activate one of these effects, place a Solfachord pendulum monster from your deck in your pendulum zone, add a Solfachord pendulum monster from your hand or to your hand from the extra deck face up. Then place 2 Solfachord monsters with one even, one odd from your deck into your pen scales, or add 2 cards, one odd and one even pendulum scale from your pen zones to the extra deck face up, and if you do, draw 2 cards. Okay, so we are going first, and this card's a level 1. Level 1, pretty good with Yummy cards. We're going to go ahead and search out the Happiness, which we can discard, and if you do add 2 Solfachord pendulum monsters with different scales from the deck to the hand, then you can special summon Solfachord pendulum monsters from your hand up to the number of monsters your opponent controls plus 1. Then it says, during the main phase of this turn, you can conduct 1 pendulum summon of a Solfachord monster in addition to your pendulum summon. So just extra pendulum summon, and then special summon 2 Solfachord cards from your pen scales. This card is really good. Very good card. And now, okay, they're going to go ahead and show them. Activate Happiness, discard. Go ahead and grab out the Cutie plus the Primora. And then the Cutie says, pendulum summons of your Solfachord pendulum monsters cannot be negated. While you have an even pendulum scale in your pendulum zone, Solfachord pendulum monsters you control gang attack 100 times their own pendulum scale. If this card is normal summon or special summon, add a Solfachord pendulum monster from the deck to the hand except for a copy of itself. So they're going to go ahead, add, and then special summon out the Cutie. We can summon 1 because plus 1. Then go ahead, summon that, use the effect to go search. Never mind. Okay, not summoning that. We're just going to go ahead and summon this from hand. Then activate its effect. Okay, not tributing itself on summon. And then we're going to go ahead and summon out the Solfachord monster from hand. So that's going to bring out the Cutia. And then activate Elegance. So Elegance is going to go ahead, place. Okay. Wait. Yeah. Place the Solflagaya and the Primora. That's fine. Then on resolution, they're going to go ahead activate Fualos, and now use all 3 to go into the Grand Solfachord Coolia. They get to draw into another copy of Pan. This card gains 100 plus attack for each face-up pendulum monster in your extra deck. The activated effects of pendulum monsters this card points to cannot be negated. Once per turn when your opponent activates a card or effect. Quick effect, you can special summon 1 Solfachord card with an odd pendulum scale from your pendulum zone to your zone this card points to, and if you do negate the activation, then you can add a Solfachord pendulum monster with an even scale from your deck to your extra deck face up. And also, if you read it, this is not a once per turn effect, but you know, obviously you'd have to have the right scales for it. Now we're gonna go ahead, Pendulum, and then bring out 3. They get to draw Ash Blossom, Cupsy to go search. We Ash it. They're gonna go ahead, Chain Coolia to special summon out, and then okay, and then we used this. I think this is an effect that they used. Or I'm confused, because if they used this effect, then they could have chain blocked the Cupsy, right? Okay. Not too sure how that got back to hand, right? Because that's not what this card does. This card would add from the deck to your extra deck face up. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why that happened. Now we're going to go ahead and go Linkuriboh. Yeah, we never even added from the... I guess they didn't want to add from the deck to the extra deck face up. Now we make Linkuriboh. They get the draw again. Use Cupsy plus Linkuriboh, go on the Cupsy. This does not feel great letting them draw this many cards, but we're going to go ahead and do that. Go ahead, search out the Cookie plus the Marshmallow. Discard Marshmallow, special out Cookie, and now use the Solfachord plus the Cupsy to make the Herald of Arclight. They draw Ketsu, use Cookie to make Snatchy. They get to draw on the Nibs. Snatchy, go ahead, place Mingyong. Never mind placing the Pop Field spell. Because we don't need the level 1s with it. Like, we don't need to summon back out anything from Grave. Like, we already have a level 1 on board. We have Surprise. Try to pass, and then end of main, activate Nib. Herald to negate, pass. They draw Ghost Bell. And then go main phase, normal out Lucius. Lucius effect to go search. And then, okay, yeah, they just go ahead and emit defeat. They realize that they will end up losing that game. And also, they haven't, like, typed it all, so I assume they're, like, in Discord talking to each other. We have Marshmallow, Ash, Cookie, Garcia, and then Bell. They have Lucius, Bell, Rahu, Nib, and Magmama. Okay, so they do have multiple hand traps here. Activate Marshmallow, special summon out. Turn Marshmallow in the Snatchy. Snatchy effect to go place Mingyong. Mingyong effect to special back out from the graveyard. They said okay to that. Doesn't try to drop like Magmamut on that or anything. Go in the Cupsy. Cupsy effect to search out the Cupsy plus Lollipo, and then discard Lollipo, special out Cupsy from hand, and then Cupsy effect goes search. Could have made Link 1. Yeah, it makes Link 1 right afterwards anyways. Could have done that just to try to keep the Cupsy protected from like Imperm or something. Now, I guess it doesn't matter that much. Maybe they would have Imperm Snatchy. Maybe that was their thought process. But go ahead, go in the Lollipo, and then Lollipo effect, summon back out the Cupsy plus Lollipo from grave. And now they can go in the Metal Marcher, and then Metal Marcher effect, special summon back out. They're letting that go too. Special Cookie from hand, then on that summon, activate Nib before you can go ahead and make the Herald of Arclight. Yeah, nah, that's pretty good. They're going to chain Lollipo effect. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. I'm guessing they wanted to have the level 2 for another reason, because, like, normally in Yummy, you would just summon back level 1s, and then you don't have to, like, offer your Lollipo, and then you don't have to commit anything else to threaten the Herald. Or, like, here we had to commit an extra card from hand to threaten the Herald. But they're going to go ahead, pass over the token, and then Tribute Summon for the Garcia. Garcia effect goes search, and this card's level 5. This is another reason why people have played, like, Solfachord Canine, and now we have Solfachord Yummy. We have people playing Solfachord, like, multiple different decks. It's actually pretty cool how we're seeing Solfachord being a fairly splashable engine with the new decks that just came out. So Solfachord to go ahead search, grab out the Happiness, the Broken card, activate Happiness, discard Bell, and then we're going to go ahead grab out the Primora and the Cutie from the decks of the hand. And then special summon out the Primora and the Cutie. And then Primora and Cutie. Go ahead, search out the Primora and the Elegance. And then activate Elegance. Go ahead, place this from hand into the extra deck face up. And then place Scales from the deck. So place the Soliga and the Primora. That's fine. Now we're going to use 2 monsters to link off into Beyond the Pendulum. Beyond the Pendulum effect. Pay 12, go search. That's good. And now we're going to Pendulum Summon. And then this will bring out 3 monsters. We have Beyond the Pendulum, the pop Mingyong plus Nib. I know this can pop any face-up card, right? Because I know you can pop your Scales. Yeah, just any 2 cards on the field. Okay, yeah. I was just making sure we could target our field spell. Just double checking. Go ahead, go into the Grand Solfachord Coolia. and then activate the Primora effect to go ahead and be able to add back a Solfachord card from the face-up extra deck or graveyard to the hand. That's good. Okay, yeah, and that's when we link summon a Solfachord. Now use the Primora to make Link Karibo, and then Link Karibo plus Primora to make Lollipo, and then set Surprise, activate Mingyong to go ahead put these cards back into the extract to put that back, and they said okay to that, doesn't try to Magma Mud it or anything. Now we're going to go end phase, Magma Mud, and then they're going to chain Lollipo. Maybe they're like, oh, I shouldn't have targeted a Yummy card. Oh, they already chained Lollipo, actually. Yeah, they already chained Lollipo in response to Nib. So they already used that effect this turn. So they're going to banish Cookie, then use the effect to search during the end phase. We're going to Coolia, special summon out, go ahead and negate that. They draw in the pan, and then main phase, battle phase, attack over the Lollipo, and then they're going to go main phase 2, activate Rahu. We're going to Ash Blossom that, and then normal out Lucius, activate the effect, chain Surprise to special, chain Ghost Bell. Now they're going to search out Femena, and then they have Femena to go ahead fuse off using Lucius plus Pan, bring out Arthur-Lion, new chain link 1, 2, 3. So add back Lucius to hand, or add back Femena to hand, my bad. Oops. Then go ahead, set Ketsu Flame, and then Pan pop the Coolia, activate Ketsu, grab out Urgula, and then fuse off. Okay, not grabbing Urgula. Okay, is grabbing Urgula, yeah. Urgula add back from grave is also pretty good here. Okay, we're going to use Urgula plus Magma Mutt, which that doesn't work, because this takes a Dracotail monster plus a monster in the hand, and Urgula is a Dracotail monster, and Magma Mutt is not a card in hand. So that just doesn't work, which is why we would have had to use Femena, but we still have Urgula to add back Femena. We still have trap cards that are able to like potentially draw into monsters to fuse off with. So we're going to go ahead, Urgula pop, Gulamel pop, setting another Ketsu from the deck. Yeah, okay, so it's just sided down the one trap card. Then activate Urgula, grab back Lucius, which I guess is fair in this matchup. They draw a Cookie, because this is supposed to be like a pretty combo heavy deck. Activate the effect, tribute to go ahead, special summon out. They're going to bring out the Primora from the extract. Primora effect to go ahead, add on summon. And then, looks like they're thinking on that. Okay, they're going to Femena to bring out Mysterion, and then we're going to bring out Primora, activate Primora effect. They chain Mysterion because we did use a fairy to summon a fairy. Okay, let me just double read this to make sure it doesn't have anything to do with summoning from the extra deck off of like a pendulum thing or something. It shouldn't though, right? Or a monster with the same original type. Yeah, no, this will still work. Yeah, okay, I just had to make sure for some reason like a pendulum wouldn't change it or something. Go ahead, grab out Happiness. This card is cool though. This card is cool. They're gonna go ahead, set Rahu. I like this card a lot, and like the Malice matchup is really nice, or sometimes even just against like Yummy it was nice. I don't play the card anymore, but used to. Go ahead, grab out the Kutia, and then now we're gonna normal summon out the QD. And then Link Karibo, Tribute, special summon out, special out Cookie from hand, Cookie effect just to, you know, minus 1,000, go in the Cupsy effect, grab out the Cupsy plus, yeah, it's like even if they activate Arthur-Lion, they can chain this, so we will never get the Gulamel, and Gulamel pop here isn't good anyways. They're going to grab out Cupsy Marshmallow and then discard Elegance. I mean, we know they have Dracotail Flame set, so we really don't want to activate a spell. Special out Cupsy effect, grab out Lollipo, and then, okay, Marshmallow. It's like, okay, we have Marshmallow to add back Surprise. Whenever we want to place a field spell, though, they will have Flame. We could easily deal with it before then, though. Summon Marshmallow effect, grab back Surprise. Special out Lollipo effect to put back Arthur-Lion. And now Cupsy into a Snatchy, and then we have Snatchy effect to go place Mingyong. Okay, so now we play in the Flame, that's fine. I guess we have Surprise that could play around it if we want to. We turn the Synchro into a Snatchy, and then turn Snatchy plus Lollipo in the Cookie. And then Cookie effect, book their monster, just Mysterion, not Gulamel. Then Mingyang, special back out. Okay, so this is the -1000 monster. Then Battle, Cookie to be over. Now, they could use the spell negate, but they could just chain surprise. Or I guess they would chain Cookie, then chain surprise. Then just go ahead, keep swinging. And then, okay, that is not game, though. Main phase 2 now. I guess maybe when we had 2 attacks left, maybe we could have gone surprise to special. And then, that would make it so it is game. And then they have to flame Mingyang, but then we chain Cookie. No, that's not enough. Yeah, that's not enough. Definitely not enough. Once this card's negated, we don't do a whole lot. Like, beating over was. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead, turn the Cookie plus the Snatchy in the SP. SP banish the Ketsu, leaving the Rahu. And then set surprise. Pass turn, they draw on the Fua. Activate Rahu, chain the Cookie effect to summon back out Cupsy plus Lolipo. And then they're going to go ahead, dump the Urgula from deck, Fua from hand, bring out Arthalion. And then new chain link. They're going to go ahead, Arthalion effect to add back. Gulamel effect to special summon out. Urgula effect to go ahead set. Then they're going to chain Lolipo effect to summon back out Snatchy plus Cookie. And now they get to bring out Gulamel. They get to go ahead, set from deck. Okay, not bringing out Cookie, bringing out Lolipo. That's fair. Lolipo can go ahead, out Urgula, which is probably just more important here than popping one of the random bodies that really don't accomplish anything. Okay, so we're also going to chain Surprise, which also means they get the chain Flame, which also means we get the chain Cupsy. So now we get to summon out 4 bodies from grave, but they get to return a card and draw 1 now. And then we get to summon out everything. So now we do get the Cookie pop the Gulamel. We have Lolipo to go ahead out. They draw Ash off that, summon out the Gulamel. They do have Pan, which is something that, you know, we do need to be thinking about, though, here. Okay, then they're going to set Ketsu from deck. They get to pop the field spell if they want. They're going to grab back Lucius off Arthalion, new chain link, Snatchy, Lolipo, Cookie, banish Urgula, pop Gulamel, place the pop field spell. And now here they're just going to go Snatchy. Okay, so yeah, I guess using the Pan effect isn't that great, because if you use it, all you're doing is summoning back out 5 mana at this point, which that's not that great. Probably still worth doing, though, just to get the body. I guess they get the SP banish or Arthalion then. It's fine. It's going to get outed. They're going to go ahead, field spell, pop Ketsu, Cookie to pop Arthalion. Or Cookie to book Arthalion. I was just thinking, like, we summon 5 mana, even if it gets booked, like, that's fine. We can still fuse with it while it's set. Okay, so now from here, they just go ahead and emit defeat, and then on to the next game. We will go ahead and see Grand Lamb decide to, well, they don't get to decide. The opponent gets to decide to go first. We have Harpies, Ash, Marshmallow, Solfachord, Happiness, and Ash Blossom. They have Ketsu, Fenrir, Branded Fusion, Malulu, Pan. Okay, so their hand's really good. Special summon out Fenrir, activate Ketsu, grab out 5 mana, and then activate Fenrir effect to go search, grab out another copy of Fenrir. Normal Malulu effect to use Pan plus Malulu, bring out Arthalion, and then activate Arthalion to add back Pan. We get to set 2 from deck, set Rahu plus Flame, and then activate Rahu. They do not Ash that either. Interesting, especially because they have double Ash. I guess you could use one for the discard and then use one on your turn. They're going to go ahead and dump the 5 mana Urgula and then set the Dracotail Sting, Dracotail Horns. Now we have all 3 traps set up. Urgula to grab back the 5 mana and then activate Branded Fusion. And, like, I mean, I was going to say, they have to Ash this, right? There's no way we just let them set up, like, an extra thing off Branded Fusion. Okay, go ahead, go to main phase, activate Harpies, go ahead, chain Flame, and then chain Ash Blossom, and then go ahead, chain Horn, target Arthalion, and then chain Sting. Doesn't chain Sting. That's interesting. Okay, not sure why. Draw Cartesia. Okay, yeah, it was like the back row's about to get popped anyways. We may as well just draw one. Go ahead, put back, draw on the Urgula. That can actually be pretty good off 5 mana to pop back row against a Pendulum deck. Pretty good at like actual interruption. You know, they have Yummy Field Spell 2, activate Happiness, discard Fua. Now Happiness is so broken into a board. Grab out Cutie, grab out Primora, special summon out both from hand. New Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, search. Grab out the Soufflagia and the Elegance from the deck to the hand. And then anything on res. Anything? No, maybe. Not looking like it. Okay, go ahead and make the Link Karibo. Not anything here before we start making Yummy cards. And then they're going to activate 5 mana, Chain Gulamel, pop the Cutia, use Pan plus Fenrir to go ahead and summon out Arthalion. And then new Chain Link, we're going to get Arthalion Pan, set Ketsu, pop Link Karibo, Arthalion, add back the 5 mana plus the Malulu from the graveyard to the hand. That's good. And now Elegance, go ahead, place from the hand into the extra deck, and then place 2 scales. Bring out the Soufflagia plus the Primora. Now Pendulum out the Cutia. Activate Primora effect to bounce back a Penzone. So bouncing back the Primora. Link Karibo, Tribute, special summon out. And then Fenrir to go ahead, banish it face down. Otherwise, we could also just normal summon this out and then use those to start Yummy comboing. But now we have Marshmallow, and Marshmallow is Yummy combo. So summon Marshmallow, go in the Snatchy, and then this is going to be game. Snatchy plays Mingyang effect, special summon back out Marshmallow, use those bodies, go in the Cupsy effect goes search, grab out the Cupsy Yummy plus the Cookie Yummy, and then discard Primora, special out Cupsy Yummy, grab out Surprise from the deck to the hand. And then here we have turn Cupsy Yummy into Snatchy, and then Surprise summon Marshmallow, add back Surprise, that's good. Now special out Cookie effect on the Gulamel, Surprise to bounce back Arthalion Fenrir, then chain Snatchy, because we targeted Snatchy plus like Marshmallow. Then we can chain Snatchy to go ahead, bring out the Lollipo, and then we have Lollipo effect to summon back a bunch of bodies from grave, and then just battle phase, boop, game. And they were just showing like their next card was going to be Nib. That's unfortunate. They needed that pretty bad. But okay, that is going to be it for the match. And with all that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.